Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Truth Council 23 with me, Cosita Truth Nunez, and our spiritual council. We're so thankful to be here with all of you to share today's collective energetic read, the number 13 again for some. Keeping in mind, we are reading collective energies. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You are and forever will be the masters of your experiences, of what you will or what you will not into this creation. It is totally up to you. We're going to go ahead and get started right away by honoring and thanking our spiritual council. I want to honor and thank my grandmama, Abuelita Gladys Nunez Maldonado. I also want to honor and thank my grandpapa, Abuelito Felix Antonio Nunez. I invite you to do the same. I do honor and thank your trusted ancestors. The name Frank is coming in for someone. Those that protect and love and guide you. I invite you to honor whatever religious force, whatever spiritual force, whatever makes you feel good, grounded, connected to the all as you are in this experience. You can also take a moment of silence to be in silence with yourselves, and that's also more than enough. Let's get started. Public speaking is coming in. Some can be taking courses in public speaking. That's interesting. Someone's thinking of the ums and the pauses and how to make their speeches more mechanical, pretty much. I've always been fascinated, considering the fact that I've taken public speaking courses and I've been in positions where I've had to speak publicly many, many times. I think that it's more authentic when you allow those ums and the pauses to take place. Because you listen to some public speakers, something about someone's proud, something about American pride. This could be at some type of ceremony where you're going to be set aside. For some of you, you're going to be set aside. But because with every pause, with every you're still communicating something. It's like music, the beats. There are certain tribes that speak with clicks. They click. I find myself doing it too. I just haven't found out what that actually means, and maybe because of the way we emphasize logic in this society and mechanisms, it'll be difficult for me to explain it in English. But there are tribes who speak with clicks. They click, and that communicates something. Everything is communicating something. There are people that speak with their hands. They're even with the hums. If you understand someone's humming and you start to pick up on that frequency of Y, 310 and then 311, it means something. It gives a little bit more of a, for me, it's like sultry. The word sultry is coming in for some. It's not to be so mechanical, so rigid, so this is Frank and we are live with ABC News. Who are we trying to, whose standard of speech are we trying to abide by? And why, right? Spirit was giving that to us, the power of the masses, the power of the classes, something about classism. Some are taking a lot of classes, but the power of the masses or classes, homecoming, all that is in your field for some. For your children, for someone around you or a child around you. Or maybe this is you taking classes. It's just something to consider. Everything is coming in for a reason. Spirit was giving that to us, how, for example, I know so many people that would say, oh, the company doesn't want that to happen. It's just the way things are. It's like you give up without even trying to challenge something about a child molester. A lot of things are coming in. The last 2 days, that energy's been present. 432, 431, and then 432. It's like when everything shut down because the powers that be told you that everybody needs to be afraid of something. Everything shut down, my lovies. All of the procedures went to shit. What happens then? So you have to wait for somebody to tell you how to govern your life. That's kind of interesting, no? And something about governing your wife as well. Something's governing your wife for some. That Hierophant energy has been present, or foreign entities. Foreign entities can be involved in a situation for some. I'm getting the situation room. I'm seeing that lady. Oh, shady. I'm seeing that lady. There's this shady lady in your field for some. I'm seeing an anchor woman with dark hair. There could be an anchor woman involved in a situation. Or a reporter, someone's reporting something, or someone works in journalism. I'm getting journalism. I'm getting writing. Somebody's a writer. I'm seeing that journalist from Harry Potter that love to get the gossip for some like either this is you in this field or you enjoy gossip. What do they call that? Not the personals, but for some of you, something about personals. That online dating has been very present in dating apps for some. I don't know if you just call them dating apps. It's called legalized prostitution. Is the solution. As is coming in. For some of you, you think legalized prostitution is the solution to all of your problems. Everything's coming in for a reason. I'm just a channeler, my lovies. Oh, sweetie, vente. We'll leave her up here. Cleansing from deceit, and you don't miss a beat. That's what's coming up. What is up? What is up? What is up? Hot stuff? How's it going? What's flowing? What's popping? And what's cracking? 9:31 on the clock. It was 9:30 and then 9:31. And you won, my lovies. You won. You won something. What'd you win, my lovies? A life of sin. For some of you, you may have won a life of sin. For others, you may have may have lust. For some of you have lust. Well, good for you, my lovies. Anyways, hope you're all doing well, no matter what you picked. No matter what your spell is. As we read for Mars Day, 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 Mars Day. September 19th, 2023, 10:11 on the clock, 10:11 on the clock. September 19th, 2023, 19 energy, 1 and 9 energy is 10 energy. In a numerology, you take that away and you get the 0 and then you get 1, 10:23 on the clock. So 1 energy, success. You got success, my lovies. New beginnings. New beginnings and new sinnings. New beginnings and new Cindy's. New Cynthia's. That name Cindy and Cynthia has been really present for some. 10:36 on the clock. But new beginnings. For some of you, Spirit was showing us the 7 of Hearts energy in the 32. So for some of you, 7 of Hearts energy is a new beginning. It's a reconciliation for some. It's a pregnancy for others, or some type of new opportunity that is opening up and manifesting for you. It could be all types of new encounters, new opportunities, new ways to play. For some of you, you can be going to a casino, because I am getting like new ways to play and power ups and blackjacks. I am seeing the Powerball as well. For some of you, if you're feeling lucky, play, because money has been in your field. 11:16 and then 11. I didn't catch it at 11:17, but the number 17 is coming in for some. 17th of something. Something about 17th. Or the number 7. For some of you, could be feeling very lucky. 777 energy. I'm seeing like the slot machines too. For some of you, you can be going somewhere where you're going to play. For some of you, you can be going to Vegas. For some of you, you could be going somewhere where there's a casino, because I'm also getting Foxwoods. For some of you, you could be going somewhere on a reservation and you will be playing in a casino. That's what's coming in. For others, or for some of you, you like casinos. For others that does not apply to, or you like to blow a lot of money, or you like to make a lot of money, because the last time I went, before that, I made a significant amount of money playing blackjack. I was like, go me. But for some of you, go you if you want to feel for some of you, feel very lucky. 12-12 energy. You feel very, very lucky. Do it, my lovies. Get to it, my lovies. Whatever you want to do. You don't have to do anything. But if you do want to, there's money in your field. Scratch tickets, whatever. There's money in your field to be made. Because I'm getting a lot of money. Well played. Anyways, 10 of clubs energy, Spirit saying. Ace of Hearts energy for some. Investing in a property or in a home, or a lot of money because of your property. For some of you, your property values could be going sky high. They've skyrocketed. For some of you, you could have invested in a laundromat. Something about laundromats are coming in. You could be spending a lot of money going to the laundromat, or something about a laundromat is in your field. But anyways, 10 of clubs energy, my lovies. For some of you, all of these ideas, maybe for some of you, it's something that you're pondering upon. Maybe for some of you, you're going to open up a laundromat and it's going to make you a lot of money. There's a lot of money to be made, my lovies. For some of you, wealth is on your side. It is your destiny. Spirit was giving that to us. For some, there was a lady, who's shady? There was a lady, she could have been an artist. For some of you, you could have been an artist, or someone around you. But someone was playing with really different magic. She was playing with different magic. This woman, Spirit was giving us for a while. And Spirit actually brought us to travel to ground this concept in our field, so that we could comprehend what Spirit was trying to give us. But for some, there was a lady playing around with some heavy magic. It could have to do with attacking something about cybersecurity, attacking someone's nervous system with agents. And I'm talking about, like, when people, Spirit was giving that to us a lot. Like, when people use like chemical warfare. Somebody could have put something on, basically the way it was coming in, it's either this lady is going to suffer the repercussions of her actions. So it's like seeing, I saw, she's a performer. Spirit was giving us a performer. She was singing, and she had like kind of like red hair. It was a white lady, and she went from being like looking super healthy, 14-19, like looking healthy, like she looked strong, like, I mean, her spirit looked a little weak, but for the most part, like, people considered her attractive. And then all of a sudden she turned into like a cancer patient. Like, for somebody's black magic could be backfiring now. And but this is an older female, like someone either in her late 40s or pushing 50. Like, this woman went from looking really healthy to like, for her to look and something's hitting this, like something, because she tried to Everything happens for a reason, my lovies. The spirit was giving that to us. Like when people lose children and, you know, when we get in our emotions and we feel for those individuals. But you got to wonder, you know, like what kind of karma are they living through, right? Like what energy was put into motion that created that situation? What did they think? What did they say about someone? What did they do? What did they thou something about Laotians, something about Thailand. But like, what do you do that you set these things in place that then come back and ruin your race? Something about someone's a disgrace to their race. Anyway, this woman, she looked like crap, and she was like a performer. Like she was performing. I saw her performing. She was singing on stage. She was performing, and everybody was celebrating her. And but spirit was telling me, she's not who she says she is, or she's not who she says she wants to be. Like this person wanted to pretend to be like a philanthropist, and like she stood for the people. And in reality, this woman was cursing people, was practicing all types of destructive procedures to harm others, maybe even seances, because chemical warfare. And it like something when it was like the energy she had put out was now affecting like her neck and the nerves, like it's like the cranial nerves were all shot. Spirit was giving us how when was this, like a few weeks ago, something really funky happened. Nothing has ever happened to me like that. I used to get heat rashes when I was a child, and I haven't gotten them in a while, ever since I was a child. But I went to the gym one day, and I remember that like I had like I just, you know, minding my business. And all of a sudden, like, I start to feel really itchy. And then I start to get, like, this rash here. And then the rash extends. So I'm getting it, like, all over my head. And then my head gets swollen. But nobody else is, they're like, nah, we don't see it. But I'm like, no, I see it. Like, my head's a little swollen. And then it got to the point where others were like, no, you're right. Like, the rash is, like, all over your head. And it's like, maybe someone did something like that to someone where, like, they tried to use, like, Spirit was giving us, what's that, North Korea? And there was a story that the North Korean president used some chemical agents to kill his stepbrother or whatever it was. But they made it like a prank, and the two ladies involved in the prank had to spray the spray separately, because if they're together, it would kill them. But so both of them used this agent, and they sprayed this man with this spray, and it was supposed to be a prank, and the man ended up dying. Something like that. Like someone tried to do something like that. And so a form of curse work, a form of black magic, using chemicals. Though again, it's like potions, like witches using potions. It's the same thing. That's chemicals. It's like scientists being, you know, wizards and witches. It makes sense, right? 1812. So maybe somebody works in science and they tried to do something like this. Anyways, someone's gonna get some really bad karma, because it's either gonna affect that person, an artist, or a mother. Maybe for some you had a mother who's an artist of some sort, or a singer, or someone around you. Take this how it resonates, but Spirit said we had to deliver the message. So for someone's gonna, like, it's like whatever, it's like now they're gonna go through that inner fight or continue, because for someone to want to do something like this to someone else, you must be in an internal war. To want to wage that war on someone else and use some type of like poison on someone else, you must be in some war, like a war. It's intense. And then Spirit was showing us how this person physically looks like something, but the entity that she's actually, like, if her entity were to manifest in the physical, I'm like, wow, this woman looks completely different than her physical. 1911. It's like she's really good at masking. This is someone that can wear a lot of, like, she's a performer, so she wears a lot of makeup. She knows how to carry herself in a certain way. But sometimes it slips. So that's when people see like the shape shifting happening, because sometimes it slips. Like sometimes you can see it. Like I was seeing like this really decrepit energy, and that's what's gonna actually, it's an entity, and that's what she's actually gonna end up being, because something about hurting, she's gonna end up hurting, because she was trying to block someone's joy, or someone was trying to block someone's joy. Something about a jock. Oh, there it is. Maybe she was trying to block someone from speaking a truth. Anyways, you got joy over these blocks for some. Someone was trying to block a situation for you, but you got joy. Certainly. Certainly what? Certainly delaying a situation. Someone was trying to cause a lot of like issues in a situation. I was seeing a redheaded woman or someone with orangey hair. She doesn't care. Spirit saying she doesn't care. It's like speaking to a wall. And until she falls, until she becomes really sick, and then she can't move. So it's like some certain people where it's like, how did they end up like that? Like their hips are so shot that they can't even walk. Maybe Spirit doesn't want them walking, because if you're gonna walk, to do something about Stifler. Something about Stacy's mom has got it going on. For some of you, that mom energy has been very present. Somebody, because that's what Spirit was giving us. Either somebody was working with a daughter to do some crazy shit, or and put out a crazy hit as well. Or somebody was like working with an older female in a situation. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, my lovies. We're getting a few different energies, but it is pressing. Something about Preston. Something about Preston, but I'm seeing Preston like as a brand. Preston as a brand. Something about Bradley. Something about Eddie Bauer. And someone created a tower in themselves. Again, sometimes Spirit's like, this person ain't gonna stop. They're not going to stop being a bully. They're not going to stop being a stalker. They're not going to stop being a harasser. So something has to happen. Because to harm an innocent being is, or do something where someone does not deserve it, something about dissent. There was dissent in an agreement. Like it's like this person, because Spirit was saying that everybody gets warned. We all get warned. Like, don't do stupid shit. Don't do it. Don't do it, my lovey. You're not gonna like the result. I get warmed all the time. Well, I get warmed all the time. I do get warmed, my lovey. You do warm me. Somebody wants to try to escape to warmer climates. But someone's like a rotten little monster. It's like a gremlin inside of somebody. And not a cute little gremlin, but Spirit was giving that to us. It's like triggering the leprechaun, right? Like leprechauns are happy-go-lucky. Don't mess with them though. Their energy is like of a happy-go-lucky. They're rich, and not rich because they have gold per se, but they do have gold, because gold is inside of you. Every single being, actually, you have gold inside of you. If you didn't know, now you know. You have gold inside of you. You have all of the elements inside of you. Leprechauns are very rich in that, so they can channel energies very, very well. Gold is a great conductor of energy. Something about possession. When leprechauns get crossed, they become a little darker. It's like kind of like the Leprechaun, the movie. They become a little darker. They become a little bit more sinister, because they have balance in their energies, right? It's like if you trigger it in a certain way, right? It's like backing up a bull to a wall and then triggering it. It's like the bull runners, right? It's like triggering the bull to do what the bull needs to do to defend itself. 2311, and you don't want to do that. Energetically, you don't want to do that, because energetically you are asking. It's like asking for a war. That's what's coming in. Somebody asked for a war, and it's not necessarily like it's like the person that they want to target. Spirit's like, that's not who's going to war with you. That's how it's coming in, my lovies. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's like you're going to be warring with yourself, because the person's going to go through some type of nervous system issue. Now she has nervous system damage. And it's like, now the person's going to look, again, it's like someone looking like aging. I'm like, in 2 days, Spirit was saying like something could happen in 2 days or 3 days. Like, I'm seeing the 10 of Spades energy. It's like something's going to happen very quickly. Big changes for some. For a lady, Queen of Hearts energy, a sister, a friend, or a daughter. Big changes. You're going to hear from a sister, a friend, or a daughter that they were very changed. They were very changed by a situation. Something about strange and deranged. Big changes. For some of you, there's a sister or daughter who would like to move from where they are. They want to go far. For some of you, there are big changes to happen. Spirit insists changes. 10 of Diamonds energy, changes, moves, Travels not too far from where you live. For some of you, you could be checking out your car or something with a vehicle. This wants to show, this is for a gentleman. For some of you, could be moving to go see a gentleman, or King of Clubs energy is you as the current or your partner. For some of you, there are changes when it comes to this situation. For some of you, your partner could be moving 2516. For others, you could be going to see your partner at a distance. For some of you, you could hear that your sister wants to move in with her mister, or a friend wants to move in with her mister. Spirit knocked. A female scorned and they were warned. Dominant energy. A King of Hearts. A well-meaning man, a father, something about a minivan is coming in. Your significant other for some, a well-meaning man for others. A King of Hearts could be a good friend. It could be someone that just has really good intentions. This could be a love interest for some. This could be just someone that has really good intentions towards you, a gentleman. Normally, it does bring in an older energy, unless it's with the Jack of Clubs. This person wants to invite you for some, or there's a blonde female around this person. For some of you, you could hear from a well-meaning man that there's something with their daughter, or a blonde female, or there's some type of an invitation for a well-meaning man in the plan. Somebody that you know. Here we have a Queen of Hearts, a daughter, a friend, or a son. For some of you, someone has a daughter and a son. For some of you, you can be hearing from a well-meaning man, a friend who will tell you that they're doing something with their daughters. Or for somebody can be having twin girls. Certainly, Spirit is saying, certainly. There will be some invitation for a sister for some. For some of you, you could hear from a sister who tells you that they're, or a friend who, or someone you consider a sister. It's like you're not blood sisters, but she loves you like a sister. This is a sister to you. 2911. This is sent from heaven. For some of you, you have a friend who's really a sister. More sister than some sisters that I know. Blood sisters. You're going to be hearing that she's going to get some type of an invitation or a surprise from her significant other for some. That's sweet. There's a lot of communication for some of you. Certainly a lot of talking, a lot of emailing, a lot of text messaging, a lot of social networking, a lot of talks, a lot of of communications, and these communications for some will lead to some type of an invitation or an expected surprise. 8 of Spades energy, that's going to worry you. For some of you, there are communications that worry you. You could be communicating with someone and it worries you. For some of you, you could be worried about a sister who's worried about her mister. She has nothing to worry about. Or a friend. She has nothing to worry about for some. For some of your sisters dating someone. For some of you, you may be worried about a father. I am getting that, who has some type of heart problem, because I'm getting some type of pinch here. For some of you, you could be worried about a father, but it seems like everything's going to be okay. They may just need to get a King of Spades. I'm seeing King of Spades energy, so maybe they just need to get some type of medical checkup, but it feels like someone's going to be fine. There are changes in someone's health condition for some. We did say that. For some, you know, there could be positive changes in a health condition, especially when it comes to a father figure for some, or a significant other, take it how it resonates, or an older gentleman around you. For others, if it's a female who is not necessarily, for some, everybody looks at this female as if she's a great person, so it's difficult. That's what Spirit was saying us. It's like the good would be looked at as the bad, and then in this person's life, and the bad is looked at as the good. So when you, for some of you, you're getting news from a lady that you may consider a great lady, who's shady, and this person's paying her karma through her health, through the decline of her health. For others that does not apply to, you do have a sister that could be worried because she lied to you. 3113 is on the clock. She could have lied to you about a King of Hearts, because I was getting something about a sister that may be dating one of your ex-misters. For some of you, there's a sister or a friend who may be dating someone you used to date. Take that how it resonates. That's what was coming in earlier. I didn't want to go there because I was still in that health of that lady. But for some of you, there is a sister who is dating someone who either you had some type of connection with or interaction with, and she's worried about this. For some of you, worries about a work situation. You're worried about money. For some of you, you could be very worried about finances. You can also have a well-meaning man around you who's worried about finances. For some of you, you have a sister around you or a friend who's worried about finances and a work situation. For some of you, work could be a little rocky right now. But you do have some type of an invitation for some. For some, you have some type of an invitation when it comes to a work situation. For some of you, you could be worried about having to present something, 3211 and then 3212. You could be worried about having to present something in a work situation, but it's going to go fine. You're going to get communication. You can start your presentation or you get your outline ready or whatever. Trust your flow, my lovies. For me, even in a professional setting, there's a lot of liars that are just following a script. If Spirit tells you, let me inspire you, even in work situations, spiritual gifts come in handy. So for some of you, something about Mandy. For some of you, do it. You got it, my lovies. You got it. Your presentation's going to go great. I told you got a lot of money in your field, honeys. A lot of money. 10 of Clubs energy. Jesus. For some of you, you're going to get an invitation. You got a lot of money. Certainly. Spirit's saying this is yours. This contract is yours. I'm seeing Ace of Spades. This contract is yours. You're going to get good news. For some of you, really good news, because you're like, you've been used and abused. For some of you, you've been used and abused. For some of you, you could be like, you could have been exploring a different work opportunities for some, or maybe for some, you've been in a work opportunity for a while, but you've been selling yourself short. It's like, or maybe you did it. I mean, everything happens for a reason. So you did it for a reason, but now it's time for your season. That's how it's coming in, my lovies. In this present moment, something coming in very quickly. 10 of Spades energy. I told you, my lovies. I told you. You got news from a brother, a friend, or a son in this present moment. For some of you, you have a family visit. For some of you, again, I felt that for some, a daughter and a son for some. At a distance, King of Diamonds energy, or someone in the military, or someone in a uniform. And success for some of you. Oh, just one ace. Yay. For some of you, you had a friend who was messing around with someone that loves you. Or you could have been doing this to someone. Take it how it resonates. Someone had a friend who was letting your someone do something that they weren't supposed to do. Take that how it resonates. This was coming in, my lovies. I have to say what I have to say. Anyway, you do have, let's see what we have here. Yay. We have distance travels, or we have, for some of you, you can work in a uniform or in the military or in some type of like officer job or role. You got success, my lovies, and this shit's gonna pay you a lot. What are you worried about? You're blessed. 34, 38. For some of you, your worries could be your enemies, to be quite frank, my lovies. Despite of whatever's happening in the world, look at where you are, my lovies. Look at how far you've come. For some of you, you won. Every day you get to live. You get to experience things. You get to experience all types of things. Don't let the worry take away from the love for the experience. You could worry and still have love for the experience. You could be super happy and still have love for the experience. You could be super sad and still have love for the experience. You could be living in a condo and have love for the experience. You could be living on a yacht and have love for the experience. You could be in the middle of the desert and have love for the experience. You can be in -30 weather and still have love for the experience. 3529. And you're a dime, my lovies. For some of you, you're very attractive. You're all attractive. It's a perceptual thing. It's an energetic thing. You're all attractive. I had to correct that for some of you. It's not for some. It's for all of you. You have no clue. You got one ace here. So one ace, you got 2 8s. You have 2 8s, my lovies. You have 2 8 soulmate energy. For some of you, you could be dating a friend. You got soulmate energy here for some. Soulmate when it comes to work situations. Soulmate when it comes to friends situations. Soulmate when it comes to family situations. For some of you, you could be feeling like you're in your soul tribe. You do have 2 7s here. So 2 7s, really good news, communication, and really good news. You got really good news. You have nothing to worry about. There are a little bit of delays. For some of you, you may have to travel at a distance because of this really good news. For some of you, you can be going to a training at a distance after you get really good news about this contract that you're going to sign because you got success. Spirit saying you are blessed. 2 8s, 2 7s, 1 9, 2 10s. So you got a project you're working on that will be very successful and you'll be satisfied. 2 jacks, delays. 1 queen, great. 2 kings, high honors in a work situation. I told you, for some of you, you are going to be recognized. 3651. There's that 7 of hearts. Jesus. For some of you, you're worried about a pregnancy, or someone is worried about a pregnancy and a new beginning. For others, you got this. I felt that Jack of Clubs energy, but I wasn't sure where it was coming from, but there it is. This Jack of Clubs, being cash, something about cash, but il est cash. For some of you, there could be someone that comes up to you acting as if they're very like, in French you say il est cash, like that person tells it like it is. This person does not tell it like it is. For some of you, this could have to do with I don't know why this mother figure or older female is showing up. For some of you, there could be a man who's dating an older female. This person wants to invite you. This person can be in a military situation or in a uniform, or this person works with you. Jack of Clubs could be, we're reading collective energy, so male or female. Take it how it resonates. This person is either slightly younger or slightly older than you. This person could be introduced to you by an older female. None of these people have your best interest in mind. Either for some of you, a group wants to invite you to go somewhere, something about ghost. For others, if this is like someone that you're dating, that you met through an older female, or there's an older female involved for some reason, that's how she's coming in. I'm like, I don't even know why the hell she's involved. But it's like coercion. Like maybe for some, I was getting that energy. When was it? Yesterday in the meditation and preparation. There's an older female that either like wants to hook you up with their daughter or their son, and none of these people have your best interest in mind. They're looking at you like a cash cow. That's what's coming in. What is this? Yeah, 8 of clubs. A young brunette for some, or someone that works in administrative paperwork. A young brunette I'm getting, though. For some of you, someone with dark hair. Or this could be someone in their early 20s. But there's a weird mother who wants to try to like hook you up with this person for some. But none of these people have your best interest in mind. But they want to invite you somewhere to do something like with the family. But these people are all crooks. They're looking at you as a cash cow. For some of you, you could have a really high position in something. And errors and omissions. They're going to omit something about smog. They got to get a car checked. Or these are people that, for some reason, smog checks are coming in. in this present moment, these are people that you're dealing with in this present moment. And here's a brother, a friend, or a son. There's a bunch of people like inviting you somewhere, and then they're going to try to hook you up with somebody, and none of them have your best interest in mind. For some of you, you're worried about a new beginning. For some of you, you're worried about a pregnancy. If you are worried about a pregnancy, you're going to be fine. If you're worried about a new beginning, you're going to be fine. For some of you, if you're worried about a pregnancy, I'm seeing a boy and a girl here. So again, for some, there could be twins. For some of you, there could be just two healthy babies. For some of you, everything is going to be okay. For some of you, this could be your significant other that's worried about you when it comes to pregnancy, or your potential significant other that's worried about being able to have children. For some of you, you can have a significant other who's a little bit older, and this person may think that they can't have children. Everything is going to be okay. Yeah, for some of you, this is for you as a gentleman, or for you as a current considering your significant other. For some of you, this is your significant other. They could be worried, but they're going to be fine. They're worried about their reproductive health, but they're going to be okay. Or for some of you, this is you as a well-meaning man. You're worried about your reproductive health. You can have babies. Spirit saying yes. 10 of Hearts says yes, absolutely. Especially when it comes to family situations and love and emotional projects. Yes, absolutely. You're going to have your babies if you were worried. Maybe for some of you, where you were dealing with a liar. Spirit's giving us how I had a lady who I considered an aunt, because we all grew up calling her aunt. And this woman into her late 40s, she felt like she couldn't have children because her ex would tell her that she was the problem when having children. So they only had one son. And then later on in life, she actually, in her late 40s, she was very, very surprised to find that when she was in a happy relationship with someone that she was actually meant to be with, at that point in her life, she was able to have another child. She thought she couldn't have children. So she's like, I didn't expect this one. 4114. She's like, I didn't expect this baby. And you're gonna get some type of news or communication, or you've been communicating a lot. For some of you, could be communicating a lot with a medical professional when it comes to having babies. Okay, let's see, how do we do this? There's a lot of lies in a situation though for some. Here we got this escort paying for it, 4140 and then 4141. Here we got an escort paying for it. Somebody in there, someone that could be 41 could be paying for escorts and lying about it. Or for some of you, the number 5 could be significant. Or on the 5th, something's gonna happen. But we got escorts and paying for it. In a preliminary read, Spirit did give us, for someone's letting go of a sugar baby. They were a sugar daddy or mommy, take it how it resonates, to somebody, and someone's stopping that. They don't want to continue that anymore, and someone's mad. Here we have succubus and incubus ties. So for some of you, succubus and incubus ties, sex, magic, that is tragic, but they're spirits. These are spirits. These are spirits that drain your energy through sex. Drain sexual energy. Hating on you now. Someone's pissed off now because you've cut them off, and so now they want to go and do something crazy. What are we saying? They're stealing from you energies. They're stealing your energy. 4252. For some of you, you could have cut somebody off that was stealing from you, that had succubus and incubus energy. 4302. This could be someone that was using hard drugs, or someone that was a drunk. Because I'm getting like someone that drinks too much to the point where they slur. 4311. But you thought this person was sent from heaven for some. But it was a succubus and incubus tie. Somebody was using your energy. 4322 to feed their demons. And it left them tired. It left you tired. You got a little bit of recovery to do. Maybe for some of you, going to the beach, or to waters, or to the forest, or even outside if you live in like a more drier area where you can stand and you can put your feet on the ground and you can allow some of that energy to be discharged. This person is out hating on somebody. Either they're hating on you or they're hating on someone. For some of you, that masked figure wasn't present in yesterday's reading, which is still uploading. 44:01 was on the clock, and then 44:02. But now this person wants to steal from you, or for some of you, someone stole from you, or someone is trying to watch someone, because for some of you, it's like, I don't know. They say it takes a village to raise a child. A child is never done. You always have your inner child with you. It's the energy that keeps you young. As you go through life and you become more rigid, you start to die. In different ways. There are different ways to... and there's death like transformation. Let's say stagnation. Stagnation. That's the better word. So when you hold on to concepts that no longer serve you, you start to, it's like, I've seen elderly people, especially military people, that hunch, their backs are so hunched because of all the karma that's weighing on their head, that's stagnated. So they become almost like little children again. So they start to look like 4511. They start to look like little children again. But in fact, there's something different now. They're harder. They're more rigid. They've lost their flexibility. Everything is coming in for a reason. You see, like, all of these covered faces, like someone is trying to either like cover their face. For someone's trying to cover a sore. Like, you know, when you get those herpes sores, someone tries to cover herpes sores. They get them every so often, and they just wear masks to pretend like they don't have herpes. It's like, what the fuck? That's what's coming in, my life. Jeez. And they're so tired. Someone's a bully. They can't steal from you anymore. For some, they can't steal from you anymore, so they hate you now. Now you're the fucking asshole because they can't steal your energy, or you're the weird one because they can't steal your energy. They can't steal your money. They can't steal your ideas. They can't act like you. They can't pretend to be you. For some, someone was trying to take from you, but they can't, so they are mad. They feel tired. Someone feels tired, confused, and used and abused. According to their succubus and incubus spirits, they're used and abused. None of us are used and abused, my lovies. If you were, you'll know, because karma will hit. This person is just maniacal. Someone's obsessed, but Spirit's saying they're going to be sat down. Someone's going through some serious issues, my lovies, I have to say. For some, you were playing with somebody, and they're going through, I'm seeing, again, that last day in the light thing. Someone's going through a huge transformation, but everything that they've done, for somebody could have been gossiping as well. Or they're still gossiping. Someone's very immature in their soul, I have to say, my lovies, and in their goals. They hate someone because they can't steal from them. They hate someone because they can't watch them anymore. If this was like a work situation, someone was maybe like also trying to be flirty as well. Someone lives with incubi and succubi. So it's like, even if this wasn't sexual for somebody wanted to drain your sacral energy, your sexual energy. Because sacral and root chakras are all about grounding you, creative energy, giving you the force and the strength. So that energy has been present for some. It could have been groups of people. It could have been one person. They wanted to take your ideas. They didn't want to give you credit. These are the type of... I've seen this in all types of beings, my lovies. They don't want to give you credit. They will never give you credit. But they'll take all of your ideas and they'll watch everything you do. They want to study you. That's what's coming in, my lovies. Now they're mad and they're just hating on you because they're left with nothing. They can't steal anything else. They can't steal anything that they wanted to or thought that they wanted to. This is crazy, my lovies. Well, bang, gooch. Then they want to call somebody lazy. Someone's lazy or sleazy. I don't know. Something weird's coming in. This is the vampires. We're working with the vampires because these seem like vampires. These are draining energies. For some of you, if you were around these people, you could have felt very tired after being around these people, or confused, or your sex, like you could have been thinking really lustful things. If you normally don't think lustful things, like when you're by yourself and chilling, like you could have been really like, just thinking lustful things or crazy things or getting crazy ideas. It's because you were in this field with all these people. For some of you, it could have been a lot of people that you were around. I feel like sneezing a little bit. Maybe for some of you, you were sincere with this group, but they weren't, or this person, take it how it resonates, who was stealing ideas from you, your energy, your time, and breadcrumbing you. They would never give you credit. They would never say that person inspired me. They were watching you all the time though, 4911. It's like someone that was watching you all the fucking time. Like they were hiding, but they were watching you all the fucking time. It was crazy. They can't steal from you, so they're frustrated. They're hating on you, saying that you're lazy. Knocking your discipline. What am I saying here? Training, consistency, and practice. The number 34 could be significant for some. They wanted to say someone was a whore. They're hating on your discipline. They hate your discipline. For some of you, someone was trying to project onto your energy, your sacral energy, to take your energy. It's almost like project onto you to make you, instead of looking at your sacral energy as a fuel source for more strength, they wanted you to use that to take away from your discipline so that way you can be more in your sexual, like use it, instead of using that, because that energy can be used for anything, but sex sells. People get addicted to sex because it's succubus and incubus energy. So instead of, you channeling that energy to work on yourself or to dedicate time to your discipline, whatever your discipline is, whatever you're working hard on, whatever you're working on in the moment, this energy wanted you to redirect that energy into sex or lust, or somebody could have been projecting a sex spell on you, or trying to make you loose, or 5031, or make you like want to have sex with someone that is like, I don't even really want to have sex with that person, but it's like intrusive thoughts. That's what I'm getting. Like someone wanted you to have intrusive thoughts because they were hunting you. Aggressor, tracker, and a provider. The number 32 could be significant. Aggressor, tracker, and a provider. They were hunting your energy. It's like they were hunting your sacral chakra. They didn't want you to be disciplined. Like, it's like you were working hard at something. Whatever it was, yourself, the moment. 5111. I don't know, dusting something really great. It's like something so, it could be something so simple, my lovey. Sometimes we think that it has to be something so grandiose, and you are grandiose just by existing. It's like you writing something and you're just a great writer. Studying the birds and you're just a great studier of birds, and you understand, how to read their patterns. You cleaning a house and it's like you're the best cleaner ever. Massaging your spouse and it's like, wow, what a great spouse. They didn't want you to be disciplined in love. They wanted you to be like, it's like something else. Like, it's like they just want you to be something else. They don't want you to be great. It's like your simplicity and your love and the way that you nurture spirit, they don't want you to do that. That's what's coming in, my lovies. It bothers them. It bothers them. I wonder why. It bothers their demons. Because they wish they could die. That's what's coming in, my lovies. Ay, ay, ay. You have a resurrection here. The number 44. Reprise, recovery, and a comeback. You had a time of pause. You even honored your time of recovery. And it's like, shit, they're even good at fucking recovering. It's like that. I tell you, some people are done. It's crazy. What did we say? They're spending the last day in the light. I knew it was going to come out because I saw it in my mind's eye, and Spirit gave it to us in the other reading. Her last day in the light. They're spending their last day in their light. While you're going into a resurrection, it's like yin and yang. While you're going into a resurrection, they're going into a dark night of the soul or some type of a darkness where they need to work shadow work. They can't steal from you anymore. For some, Spirit was giving that to us in the preliminary. You could have been under attack, black magic, take that how it resonates. Black magic, white magic, hoodoo, voodoo, Wicca, whatever you want to call it. Whatever spiritual practice that someone was using to destroy you. It could have been religion. It could have been Christianity. Call it what you want. They were using spells. They were weaponizing energy, spirituality. They were ebony. Something about ebony. Something about Ebenezer Scrooge. Somebody could have been very greedy when it came to giving as well. For some of you, somebody could have been able to share wealth with you, 5343, but they didn't. So now they're all spending the last day in the light. They can't steal from you anymore. They can't steal ideas from you anymore. They can't steal your essence. For some of you, somebody could have been really good at transmission energy. They can't steal from you. And then ecstasy, we have a yielding, a rapture, and bliss. So now you're going from the darkness, from the darkness to the light, and the light to the darkness. We're shifting. Something about 27. Something about chafing. Somebody chafing. Maybe for some of you are runners, or someone's a runner. And because somebody has faith, where people have religion, someone has faith in spirit. Trust, unwavering confidence. The number 36 could be significant for some. For some, you had unwavering confidence when it came to spirit, when it came to your bliss, when it came to doing things that allowed you to transform. This is pretty. They were warned. That's how I'm getting. They were warned. I'm getting very Alice in Wonderland energy from this. For some of you, Alice in Wonderland could be significant. I'm seeing how all of these butterflies are something about bioluminescence that could be significant for some. 5451 and then 5452. Boom. For some of you, they can't steal your energy. It was giving them bliss doing this, though. They thought they could. They had faith in this, but they burned themselves by their ambitions. Boom. Spirit was like, don't do this. It's not a good idea. It's just not a good idea, my love. Something Spirit's like, it's not a good idea, and we got to trust. 5516. When Spirit says it's not a good idea, it's for a reason. It's not to hurt your ego, even though your ego sometimes gets hurt. It's like, it's just not a good idea. Some things are not a good idea because talking to the wall. So for some, it's like talking to the wall. Someone didn't want to hear it. What did we say earlier? It's like there's 120 of these, by the way, my lovies. Talking to the wall. What did we say earlier? Because it's like talking to the wall. For some of you, someone was warned. Spirit kept warning. I'm getting a really stubborn woman, to be quite frank. Very envious, very competitive, very egotistical, very cynical. She was warned many times. This person is like hard. Only because someone is leaving, only because someone took their distance, only because someone doesn't want to play her fucking demons. It's like, my love, go fix yourself. I get it, my lovies. I totally get it, but I can't blame others for my spiritual work. I had years and years of having to do this, and Spirit's like, let's do it. We're doing it together. You ain't by yourself. It's to remind you of who you truly are before you were scarred. So you can be in your natural, you can't harm someone in their natural, authentic self. Spiritual work requires authenticity. Whatever it is you do, even if you're the biggest wicked person in the world, if you are truly authentically that, you are in your natural energy. Someone is like trying to be good when they're not good. No offense. And someone is trying to make someone bad when they're not bad. No offense. How can you make someone the victim and the villain at the same time? You can't. You got to pick one. It's either that's the victim and you're the villain, or you're the victim and they're the villain. You can't say that is the victim and also the villain and then want to attack that person. If they're the villain, let them be the villain. Let them be in peace. Don't go attack them. Unless you were really the villain. Because someone's in their natural, authentic self. Spirit was trying to pull somebody to be naturally and authentic. To be true. Somebody has psychic protection, shield from bad dreams. For some, somebody could be sending someone bad dreams, but it's not working. A nightmare. For some, somebody's not sleeping. I was seeing a woman like that with that type of kind of hair, like maybe darker hair or orangey brown hair. Someone's not sleeping. Someone can be stalking someone in the evening time. They show up to where someone stays. For someone's not okay. A catalyst, a maker, a mother, and a father, the creator energy. An ending to this situation. For some, whoever was doing stalking or their spirit saying it's done. It's done because everybody deserves peace. 5822. Everybody really does. And so do you. That's how it's coming in. Everybody deserves peace. I had one woman, I've had a few people. It's like when, it's curious to me because those who come in with pure energies, they're always kind of, not always, but sometimes they're afraid. They're like, I'm scared to see what you're gonna find, or I'm scared to hear something, and I'm like, my love, that's how I know they're pure. Those that come in arrogant and cocky and even almost like argumentative, like if they're gonna trick me, like everybody does that, I'm like, okay, here we go. This is not my first rodeo, but we're gonna let you do what you gotta do until you feel comfortable with yourself. It's like, those are the people that are, it's like those people that come in really, really cocky. It's like, those are the people that I'm like, okay, here we go. Not all the time, but sometimes. We have a storyteller here, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. And I have so many beautiful stories. For some of you, you've met so many interesting people. It's like we all meet interesting people every single day. Some people are more introverted, and I know that. So they're like, I don't get to meet a lot of people. And I'm like, it's because you don't want to, my love. It's like, that's okay too, but you don't want to. But there's so many interesting stories to read. Especially those that are in their authentic self and are willing to share who they truly are. They'll go far, Spirit's saying. They will go far. And here we have hedonism. Inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life. Celebrates beauty in yourself. Oh, how sweet, my lovies. Bon ba écoute, my lovies. Stay well. We have a few videos to upload. We're going to do Taurus's energy read for the next 28 days. And then we're going to continue to just work through that. I hope you're all well, my lovies. I hope you stay well. Stay well. In love always, darlings. In love always. 1:21 and then 1 hour and 22. Stay well, my lovies. Your sister friend loves you and adores you. Loves you and adores you. Your spirit friends love you and adore you. Love you and adore you. Your sister friend loves you and adores you. Loves you and adores you. Your spirit friends and your sister friend and your spirit friends and your sister friend. In love always, in love always, in love always and forever. Peace, homies.